Welcome everyone to today's daily market recap. Today is 25th of September 2024 and it's Wednesday. So before we start our market analysis, like always, I'll talk about the concepts that I focus on when I do the market reviews. That is the previous day high, previous day low, as well as the candle formation, which is open high low close and open low high close, as well as the concept of power of 3. I look into the times as well, fair value gaps, SMTs, as well as standard deviations to mark out the targets. So let's start with the weekly chart. So in my last market review, that was on Monday, I said that going into this week, I am expecting price to run these swing high, this weekly swing high, which I have marked here. And we are on Wednesday and we have already engaged this swing high. So our analysis is going on point at this moment. So, however, we are now into a weekly SIBI, which is sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So I'm waiting to see how market reacts once we engage this. Are we going to close this week higher, or are we going to just engage the mean threshold of this weekly SIBI and then start continuing lower before we engage the weekly BISI that we are forming here right now? So that would be interesting to see, but obviously the upcoming days will tell us where the price is heading next. Okay, so focusing on today's market and how price moved, let's go to the daily chart. So this is the Wednesday's candle, which you see right now. The next candle is the Thursday's candle, which we have started forming now, but it's still in formation. So we are going to talk about like this candle, which we see right now. That was the Wednesday's candle. So since we were very close to this swing high, I was expecting today to raid the buy stops and engage this swing high today or tomorrow at least. And we have already engaged. We can see that we touched it and then we came back, but now we have opened higher and we are going higher, and we are getting into this daily CB as well, which will engage potentially like today or tomorrow, but hopefully in this week itself. So tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So let's go down to the 4-hour chart to see like what happened. So if we get down to the 4-hour chart, this was our 6 a.m. candle. And this is important, right? Because I always focus on the 6 a.m. candle as well as the 2 a.m. candle, because that gives us a good amount of confirmation as to where the price will be heading for the next 4 hours. Because my focus is always between the 10 a.m. and the lunchtime. So 10 to 12 is the window that I look for opportunities. So here we can see that we have two down close candles. These are the 4-hour down close candles. And this is the up close candle, which is a 2 a.m. candle. And then we have a large bullish 6 a.m. candle. So once we closed the 6 a.m. candle, these two down close candles, we can mark that as an order block. And the idea would be, if we are truly bullish, we should not go below the mean threshold of this order block. And you can see that we, in the 10 a.m. candle, we touched into that mean threshold and then started expanding higher. And this mean threshold became a protected low. And you can see that even the 2 p.m. candle did not go below this this low that was formed in the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. All right, so let's go to our 15-minute chart. So in the 15-minute chart, let's focus on the times first. You can see that this is the previous day high, which was Tuesday's high, and we have Tuesday's low here as well, right? But since we were bullish, what I was looking to see was that we do a manipulation lower so that we can expand higher, right? So we can see like at this point, this is our 6 p.m. daily open. So I wanted to see a manipulation lower so that we can expand higher. So if we track the price, we are heading lower now. We go low, we go low. And this is where our daily open is. Sorry, the midnight open is. So you have your daily open, which is 6 p.m. open, and then we have our midnight open, right? Remember in the Monday's video, I mentioned that if you want truly to price head higher or lower, we do not want to get caught up between the midnight open as well as the daily open, right? So daily open and midnight open, the price shouldn't be uh, trending sideways in between, right? That's where we know that the market is going to be choppy. So whenever we want to take a long position, we really want to see price below the midnight open as well as the daily open, right? So we saw that the price started heading lower, and then here you can see right at this point we had like a market structure shift, and then we started expanding higher. So when this was the point where it was an 8:30 open. Now we do not have a news, but I just marked it just to see like how price is reacting. And then right around 9:30, we saw a strong push to the upside, right? Strong push to the upside. We took previous day's high, right? And then if you look at it, I marked this as the manipulation leg because this manipulation leg was formed between the London session, right? So between your midnight and 4 a.m. That's when I see like you will form a manipulation leg, most likely. So that was a London session, and we see that price manipulated. We had a change in state of delivery as well as market structure shift, and we started expanding higher. So when there was a push higher, my goal was to hit -2 to -2.5 standard deviation. If the price were to hit this, then that was it for the day, and I would say that we do not have any opportunities. But if you look at it, we just barely came close to it, and then we started coming back down, right? So there was an interesting thing that was happening with other indices as well. So let me show you the ES. So if you look at ES, it's right here. Right here. If you look at this point, ES had this swing low. Now we have this swing low here as well on NQ. But as soon as the market opened, we went higher here, and then we started coming back lower, right? But the way we were coming back lower here on ES, I was pretty sure that we are going to take the swing low. As soon as we take the swing low, we are going to form an SMT because NQ is way high at this point. So it is very unlikely for NQ to run all the way past the swing low to be on the same side as ES. And that is why I was very much confident that this is going to be an SMT. So we formed this SMT, and then you could see that we had a major reaction. Also, the SMT was formed right at the 9:30 as well as 10 a.m. 4-hour candle open. So we bounced on that, and then we chopped around a bit, and then you could see that we started moving higher. So as soon as we formed this SMT, I went to a 5-minute chart to get more granularity on how the price is moving. You could see that we tapped into the 9:30 as well as the 10 a.m. open, and then the price started moving sideways. I was waiting to see a aggressive push to the upside, which creates a fair value gap, right? Because that is something that will give us an entry. But once we create this SMT, now this in my mind became a protected low. I did not want the price to go below this, because if that was the case, then my analysis was wrong. And then I wouldn't have looked, There was no trade for me at that point. However, we can see the price chopped around. We came down, but see, this low was still protected. We came down here and we got a massive push to the upside with a fair value gap. Now, once that happened, I marked this fair value gap, and this low now became the protected low. So I did not want to see price go below that point. So if we look at it, the mean threshold of this fair value gap would have been an entry. This low, since it's a protected low now, as per my theory, I would keep that there. And then my target would be the -2 standard deviation, because I really wanted that to get hit as per my analysis. And that would give us like 1:3 hour trade. And you could see that we eventually hit that. We expanded even higher, but still the idea was to at least reach to -2. So that was the only trade that I saw. And after that, I do not trade the PM session. If you look at the 15-minute as well, you could see SMT, sideways action, push to the upside, and then we go higher. Now you could actually wait to get a buy model on 15-minute as well. But since we did not have news on Wednesday, as soon as we form an SMT on 15-minute, I went down to the 5-minute. That's how I trade when there are no news. Again, this is not a financial advice, but this is just a documentation of how I trade. All right, so going into tomorrow, I am looking to see how price reacts. So these are the 4-hour candles. I really do not want price to come and breach this order block. I want this order block to be supported and then the price to continue expanding higher. If you look at the daily, you can see that the price has opened and there has already been a gap now, a trading gap. So it would be interesting to see like if the New York would be a continuation higher, or is this a manipulation now since we already took the swing high, and then we would come down and engage this order, the 4-hour order block. So that is something that the 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. candle will tell us tomorrow. But for now, I think we had a good day today. On Monday, we did not get a chance to trade because of the poor price action. But today, we did get one opportunity. So I'm happy for it. But let me know if you have any questions on the concepts that I talk about or discuss here. And I'm planning to make videos, like individual videos on these concepts as well. But I know that there are multiple YouTubers who have already explained these concepts pretty well. But if you have any questions, do let me know and I'll try to incorporate that in the next video. All right. Thank you. Have a good one.